Okay, guys. I'm gonna do the ASMR part later, okay? Okay. Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Silicon Valley 1, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do of their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their parents' rage. Oh, I mean the fearful passage of their death marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end not could remove is now the 2 hours traffic of our stage, the which if you the patient's ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. Okay, so this is a story about star-crossed lovers and forbidden love between two households, one being the GMN household, which is led by none other than Gold Mine Nugget YouTube. Oh shit, I spelled it wrong. And the other household of Hoods, which is led by Hoodman, right? Okay, so one day out in the streets of Silicon Valley 1, there is a loud clash of swords. Ching, right? And as we can see, it is the two households fighting using axes and katanas, right? And they're going at each other. They're doing circle of deaths, right? Really good circle of deaths. Right? All those spikes and bits, they just get slapped on, right? They get fucking slapped on, right? Right? Okay, so as the two sides fight, there is one person from the GMN household. His name is none other than Stormo. And the other household, their, their name, the fucking, what the fuck, like the girl, right? The girl's name, her name is none other than Mikasa, right? And so, as Stormo is fighting off the people of the Hood's household, he suddenly notices this fair lady inside of a trap, okay? And Stormo rushes in, not to save her, but to circle of death her, right? So he runs over there. That right? That's him running, right? Okay, so fuck wait. Okay, there. So he's running over there, right? He's like, away with you, foul demon, right? So then he starts placing spikes around her, but then he realizes, oh shit, it's actually a woman. And so he breaks the spikes, right? But during it, right, he sees this one man, this black mysterious man. He suddenly goes into the scene. He's like, right, and he suddenly notices, oh my god, it's Miroki! Oh my god, save me from Miroki! Mikasa says, right? So Stormo has to fight him off, and they suddenly clash with their swords. Ching, 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 ching. Ching, ching. It's a fierce battle, but then Moroki has a trick up his sleeve. And that translates to, I got boost, nigga! And so he boosts into Stormo. It starts spamming spikes. Stormo gets in- incredibly injured. And he suddenly falls down to the floor. But then suddenly, more people from the GMN household come rushing in. Most notably, the battalion commander. What's his name? I mean, I mean, what's the role again? Yo, Stormo. Hey, hold up. What's the role for head admin and GMN? I already forgot. Shit. Okay. One of the main chieftains, Lit, comes out bursting into the scene with his golden axe, right? And he starts fucking spamming the shit out of Spice at that fucking ape Maroki, right? He goes, right? Right? And he goes fucking crazy on that fucking ape, right? And he just like fucking makes him disintegrate. And then and then Maroki's just like right, which translates to please spare me. Ask for life, please, no. Right? But let's just like shut up, nigga, right? And he fucking kills him, right? And just like that, Storma was saved, and he quickly helps up Mikasa from the pit trap she's stuck to. And she's like, "Thank God, thank you for saving me." And then Storma's like, "No problem." And so the two go on with their day, exchanging their thoughts, and have a pleasant walk throughout the rivers of Silicon One. They head along the beach. They go and trap bullies and bulls together and feed each other gold. And Stormo sings her a little song. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I wanna make you smile whenever you're sad. Turn me into such a happy lad. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to play Moomoo with you? Make your guard when you're AFK. Give up my life. Fuck. To keep you safe. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to play Moomoo with you? I'll miss you, kiss you, give you all my cookies if you want me to. Need you. You can even have me on full control, right? And they even go great lengths as to defeat Mustafa. But I don't know why. But in this scenario, Mustafa's named Artesia for life, and I don't know why. I think someone's hacking in the server. Anyways, I'm not sure if anyone got that joke, but anyways, they have a great time, right? And so Somer's ready to drop her off at her home, right? And he's like, "So, what house do you live at?" And then she's just like, "Well, I come from the hood's household," and that just fucking breaks Stormo's heart, like, bah! Right? It breaks his heart so bad that he just realized he saved a woman from his enemy's household, but that doesn't matter to him now. He is infatuated by this woman he has found inside of a pit trap, right? And so, and so he takes her back home, anyways, right? And so he goes to the door, goes to their door, right? And he's like, ding dong, right? And the door slowly opens. That's the sound of the door opening, right? And like, there's like this fucking big ass fat obese fucking nigga, right? At the entrance of the house, and he's like, who the hell is this? And then Mikasa's like, oh, this is Sormo, and he's like, and like the guy's like, he's not welcome here. He's not fucking welcome here. Get that fucking piece of shit ass out of here, right? And it took Stormo a long time to realize that that fat obese nigga was actually Hood Man, right? And he could see at the corner of his house, leashed with a tie, Maroki Tenjiri, right? And he was just like, what do gorillas even do? Do they like screech? Do they like growl? He was like growling his ass off, right? They screech, which translates to give me food, master. But Hoodman was like, shut the hell up. And so he had the door locked on him, and all he could do that day was think, I must get into that house. And so he quickly ran off back home. Back at his house, he could see his his littered gold, and he says to him, "Hello, my GMN soldier." Yeah, I'm gonna add him. Oh, he was in Gold Army at the time, so I could be like, I don't know, he can do something later. Yeah. So, how are you doing, my GMN soldier? He says. He's like, and like Storm was like, I'm doing good. He's like, you came home pretty late, and Storm was just like, shut up, and he just goes to bed. During his bed, he formulates a multitude of plans in order to get into the Hood's household, and more specifically Mikasa's room, right? And so, with all that in mind, he decides. Yeah, I had this feeling Jiaman was Revis like the entire time, but I just never actually like thought about it. I mean, like I never like actually like said anything about it, but whatever. Okay, so he decided that he was going to use his McGrabby and his monkey tail and his booster hat so he could like go really fast, right? And he would jump across the rooftops, and the with the momentum he gets from all the speed he gets, he's gonna jump from the roof and into the window of Mikasa, right? And so he puts on his finest booster hat and his jewel encrusted McGrabby, right? And he finally puts on his prized family ornamental monkey tail, right? One so great that it was sliced off one of Moroki's kin. Okay. Okay, so next morning comes, right? He's like, right? That's the sound of him going at the speed of light. Okay. He jumps into her room and he's like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, oh, hey. Oh, hey. Right? But Stormo, he doesn't say anything. He goes towards her, right? And suddenly she gives him a kiss, right? And then she suddenly makes him face the bed and pushes him into it. And then ooh, and then they start pulling each other's clothes off. And they suddenly start going at it, right? They're making out in the bed. And they're just going crazy, right? Right? Storm pulls out his McGrabby, right? He starts going crazy with that shit, right? She starts moaning like, Storm was like, oh. And they just start going in for hours and hours. And then they finally reach the climax. And they're finally done, right? Okay, so they're finally done, right? And so they're just sleeping in bed, right? But that fucking obese guy, right? He's like, Marmagosa, what are you doing there? It sounds like you're getting beat up or something, right? And he starts trying to open up the door. And then Stormo knows that he has to make a quick escape, right? But there's just no time. He can't get out the door because he needs to equip all of his stuff that he left on on the floor, right? So what he decides to do is he quickly pulls out his assassin gear. And he goes like, right? He goes invisible, and all Hoodman sees is Mikasa naked. And Mikasa's just like, "You're fucking dirty," and he's like, "Oh, I'm very sorry." And then he closes the door. Then Stormo, with a quick, decisive motion, he flees the scene. Right. Next thing you know, there's actually a party at their household, and Stormo can make another beeline for Mikasa again. So he decides to pair up with his buddies, right? His buddies are, okay, Blizzy, uh, he lit me, and oh, there you go. Those are the boys. Those are the OG boys. You don't know them because you ain't them. Anyways, they all head towards the party. Yeah, you guys don't know Valdez. He was an OG. Yeah, he's God. Anyways, no, he was. I mean, if you watch some of GMN's old videos, you might see him. Anyways, they make a rush for the party, right? They're just like, "You ready to get some girls, man?" And he's just like, "Yeah, yeah." And they're just silent throughout the walk, right? And they finally make it towards the household, and they have to actually sneak their way in. Next thing you know, they see that it's just filled with Hood's members. They see Mr. Bleed drinking a fine glass of red wine, and then they see what's his name, Mr. Dog XD, and he's just like playing with Maroki, right? But also they notice they see the Indian man himself, Pitokiwan. Okay, so they decide to not get into any trouble, right? And they just go around having a fun time, and Stormo meets up with Mikasa once again, and they decide they're not gonna do it again because they're still tired. So you guys are lucky. You don't have to hear me moan again. Anyways, so they decide to have some fun in the party, right? They get to know each other well, but then suddenly there's an announcement. Attention! There's some fucking G-men niggas in here, so we're gonna have to kill them. And just like that, Valdez, Lit, 16, and Stormo, and Blizzy, they're all being chased. And Stormo is up on the balcony with Mikasa at the time, and he just sees his friends trying to battle the Hood's members, right? And so he tells Mikasa that he must go now, and they will be reunited soon. And so he jumps down from the ceiling and fucking like just like lands atop one of their members. His name was let me think of a Hood's member. Oh, he jumps on top of Hussar, and that guy just straight up fucking dies, right? And so they engage in some more combat, right? Ching 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 ching, pew pew pew, right? Lucky for them, Stormo came equipped with a katana musket, so he was dispatching niggas left and right. So after killing numerous Hoods members, they finally make it back. And so after that battle, everyone knew about Storm and Mikasa's relationship. And so Hoodban himself banned the love between these two lovers just as he did in real life. Like, I'm not even kidding. He actually like cock blocked Stormo. It was so sad. So Golden Response said that they should have a war with them. And so it happened the next day. Thousands of GMN soldiers and Hood soldiers came to fight, right? And so They started fighting, right? But in the midst of the battle, Stormo came looking for Mikasa, right? Okay, so he finally sees her in her room, okay? But sadly, Hoodman sneaks up on him and stabs him between, I mean, stabs him in the back. Shing, right? Stormo trembles in pain, but he can still fight. And so he slashes Hoodman through the neck, and blood starts gushing out. Wait. I can't do a gushing sound. Right? But then suddenly, another person comes out. His name is Pitoki-wan! And Pitoki comes in. He's like, "You are going to die! You are so dead, even though I have 1,000 ping!" Right? And so he starts slashing at him. But lucky for Stormo, Pitoki, he's rusty, and plus he's Indian, so Stormo's plan of attack was to tell him, "You guys have no toilets in India, so you fucking shit on the street." And he also says, "Go back to India where you can eat chicken curry there." Did anyone understand like the toilet joke? Anyways, he fucking goes crazy on him, right? He actually katana muskets him, and Pitoki-wan trembles, trembles in pain, right? And he goes like, "No, you only killed me because I have 1,000 ping. I will trash you one day and all of dog. I will trash you." And so he falls on the floor, right? But Storm was slowly bleeding out, right? But luckily, Mikasa wraps a bandage around him, so he doesn't die so quickly. But one final person comes into the room, and his name is none other than Napoleon Bonaparte, right? You'd think that this guy was mature, right? But no, he's actually 13 years old, and so he's like, "Well, okay,
Your mic is
I'm not a
cutting
squeaker.
off.
I'm not a squeaker. Okay, so you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Okay, and then I will have my casa all to myself. Okay, you're going to die from my masterful tactics and ingenuity." Okay, so they start fighting each other, and it's easy to tell that even though he claims to
Let's
have
see. I don't
masterful
know.
tactics,
Somebody.
it doesn't work out. It doesn't work
Wow.
out,
Well, at least
and
send me the link to get in. Like, damn, y'all more. I can't join.
yo, that's
Kinda
crazy.
sad.
Okay, yo, that's crazy.
Um,
anyways, all Surma had to do was slice him through the back. When all of that was over, Stormo came up to Mikasa and kissed her on the lips like "Oh yeah, right," and that was all sweet. But then, when they all thought it was good and swell, suddenly a gorilla-like humanoid comes out of nowhere and starts going ape shit on Stormo.
what
He
the
fucking
fuck? So
gets him on
nobody's
the ground. He's
playing?
like,
Yeah.
which translates to, "Oh, you're really gonna get it this time, you fucking nigga!" Right? And so he starts fucking tearing into his chest, right? And with one last motion, with all of his might,
For
Stormo
nothing.
quads him.
Okay.
Just like with masterful skill, he just perfectly quads him, and Moroki finally dies. which translates to this will not be the last time you see me because AS is life. And he slowly just dies because he got stabbed several times in the heart. Anyways, at this point, Stormo's chest is actually fucking
Which
teared
movie?
open, right? And he's slowly dying. And wait, let me go find what Stormo wanted for last words. Let me see. And Stormo says one final goodbye. Alright, I'm going now. It was fun playing with you, Mikasa. And he finally dies. Mikasa, being unable to bear this all, she decides to hold up the musket and, and
Yo,
says, I will play with you
what the fuck
in
is
heaven.
this?
And she shoots herself in the heart, and they both die
Hey, buddy, who are
side
you?
by side. And
I don't want to play
that's the
alone.
story of the two lovers. Soon afterwards, after the fight's over, both families come up to see the sight, and they both grieve in horror at what has happened to the young prodigies of their households. They swear at this moment that they shall never feud ever again. And that's my story of Stormo and Mikasa. Thank you.
Who's I says?